On a scale of 1 to 10, how defining would you say this moment was in Stone Cold Steve Austin's career? I'm going to say I don't think it was as defining as the previous defining moment. And I don't think compared to like someone say Hulk Hogan, who you have his two defining moments that were going to come out, I feel like that works, and Sting, but I do not feel like this is the perfect defining moment for Stone Cold. This is the figure that replaced NWO Hogan. And did Mattel really give us something amazing? I'm going to say right off the bat, compared to NWO Hogan, no, not really. The Target exclusive Hall of Fame Hulk Hogan with the jorts, I might say is a better figure than this one. Here he is without the packaging. It's Stone Cold holding up his belt, and he also came with two other belts. These little things, it's weird, they have holes, so when you're in the store, don't forget to use the pinky hole to the best of its ability. But I digress, let's check it. Let's get the rotation. So I'm going to start off with a bit of criticism. I don't think the face is that great. I don't think it's good enough for a defining moments figure, and I think the legs are a bit too thin on this guy. Furthermore, I love his vest. I think it's a really solid vest, but personally for me, the Stone Cold I remember from my childhood is Stone Cold in jorts. But this is pretty good. This is Stone Cold wearing his black tights. On the back, spooky robot, Terminator, saying Stone Cold Skull. And how cold is he? He's stone cold. That was an awful joke. My gosh, I should just quit reviewing. On his leg, you can see there is a tattoo, and it looks quite fine on this figure. I don't really think this face is that great. From this angle, you can kind of see Stone Cold, but head on, no, I don't see it. I don't know what the problem is. Mattel usually always has this problem with their Stone Cold figures. And it seems like it would be so easy to do because he's just a bald guy with a beard. But they seem to always botch it, in my opinion. What do you think? Do you think Mattel has a definitive face scan for Stone Cold Steve Austin? Let me know what you think is the best Stone Cold face scan in the comments. Articulation is fine, but really holding this figure, it's just like, why couldn't have this just been an Elite? Couldn't they have come up with something better? Personally, I think they should have just canceled the NWO Hogan spot instead of releasing this guy, because I feel like if he came out as an Elite with this, totally worth it. But instead what they did was gave us him with his belt and two other belts, which, you know, look really cool, but I feel like we're going to see these again in the Elite series. But what about you? Do you really want these two belts enough to pay the premium $5 or so? Some people pay $30 for these figures. Do you think that's worth it? Because overall, I'm looking at the Stone Cold, I don't think he's that great. It's one of the better Stone Cold figures, don't get me wrong, that Mattel did, but when you compare it to what you got in the previous defining moments Stone Cold figure, it just pales in comparison. And I know a lot of people are going to bring up that he comes with 3 belts, which is amazing, but some Elites do come with 2 belts. So is 1 belt worth the $5 more? Some places sell Elites for $17.99, so that's more than $5. And some places sell defining moments for $30. I'm going to say no, this is not worth it. Am I disappointed with it? A bit. I feel like the Target Hall of Fame was a solid Stone Cold in recent memory, and the previous defining moments is so far superior to this one that this one just gets left out in the cold. The Stone Cold. That was terrible. But I set myself up for it. I got to do it. I had to do it. It was so nice, right? But yeah, his vest is removable, so then you can see Stone Cold without a vest. Man, they should have given him some like beer or something. That would have been cool. I don't know. I'm just really not feeling this figure. I don't think it... I know what Mattel was doing. They were trying to please the defining moments fan by putting something out. But when you think that this was going to be Hogan and what we previously had in the defining moments line of Stone Cold, this is just a disappointment. But that's my opinion. What's yours? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Articulation-wise, it moves beautifully, except as usual, you can barely ever move the feet, but luckily for me, I can move this one, not this one. It's coming out of its peg. Personally for me, I'm very pleased to be an owner of the Smoking Skull belt. But I'm still disappointed. I feel like this is more a defining moment for the WWF than Stone Cold. Because yes, it was a great moment for him, but it was a much more important moment for all of WWE because, you know, Attitude Era and all that jazz. But yeah, hit me up in the comments if you disagree or if you do agree with me. Because that's kind of controversial, maybe. Maybe it's not. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a man. I finally won 2 belts. Get out of here. I got someone with 3 belts.